So this video tutorial is to show you how to create, it's a very simple document. This one is very similar to the owner's instruction form for the compliance for the gas, electrical, smoke and pools or spas, pool safety barriers. So when this would be used, this document, it would be used for an existing client, an existing landlord that you don't have, when we go through the audit, we don't have a copy of their authority. And in this scenario, what would happen is we would send this out to an existing landlord and get them to give us the instructions for the gas, smoke, electric and pool. And then when it comes back, we would save the entire document, but we would also break it up into individual pages. So you wouldn't just get rid of the document, but you'd actually save and upload into Property Me or Tree the page for the smoke compliance, the electric compliance, the gas compliance, and if applicable, the pool compliance, and all of the owner's authority. You would also update your labels and also your tags. So the document's called Rental Provider Compliance and Safety Authority, and it's an owner's instruction form. If you've got a brand new business, these pages are already in that owner's instruction form. So again, this is for an owner that's already being managed. When you do an audit or you uncover, you may have a notice to vacate, you might do looking to do a lease renewal, and you find that you don't have a copy of the compliance authorities, and this is when you would send this document out. So it's an internal landlord document. Okay, so as you know, we need to be putting in the full agency company as per the BLA. Whatever the BLA says, put that in through to there. Now again, use the proprietary limited, so use the company, not the trading name. That needs to be inside of here. And if you're in an office with multiple entities, you might have 2 or 3 different portfolios inside of the office, and what you would do is you'd actually have one for each of the entities, so that you'd have whatever entity, it needs to be as per the Business Licensing Authority. Really important, download that from the Public Agency Search Register and comply with that. So the address needs to be exactly the same that's on the BLA. If there's any change to the address, then that needs to be adjusted at the BLA. Phone number and ABN. You don't need any other business details in this one, and this is not a document which is signed by the agent. This is a document which is sent through to the owners or owner. One owner is fine to get this. You're not going to be sending it out to 2 or 3 or 4 owners generally. You'd send it out to one, get the authority, and then that's more than fine. Okay, logo would be inside of here. Rental provider, compliance, safety authority, owner's instruction, address will come up normally, and the agency details will go inside of here. And what I've done is already put the content across what I just basically said. For around here is your instructions there. There's your heading, and let's just go through to page 1. So that's what that's what it looks like. I've actually just changed the logo there, so I'll change that slide when I update the, not the logo, I've changed the title of the document, so when I change, I'll change this as well. Okay, so let's just come through to the first page. Now, what I uncovered was when I was going through here, when I was using the old text, I've got a spelling mistake inside of there, so I just need to correct that. And we've actually copied that across onto this document here. So when we've gone, and that's the actual document, when I've given you the text, I've corrected that inside of here, and also made that bold. So when we're fixing that, that'll be bold, and that's it there. But we need to fix up the spelling mistake. So I had made this. I copied this from a client that I'd done some work with a while ago, and then have adapted it, and I had made that mistake ages ago, and it was never picked up, and I did pick it up, but I didn't, I thought I was using a different template. Okay, all right, so this will be exactly the same thing on the owner's instruction form. We need to make sure that that actually says safety spelled correctly. Okay, so you can see it's exactly the same text as the owner's instruction form, and what I've done is I've popped that into there. So there's the smoke detector compliance, so there's nothing on the first one. So the smoke detector compliance is here, and I'll go through those notes in a second. Okay, so what I've got is on the document here, that's the standard template. I've updated that, and it is the smoke detector safety compliance program, so adjust that. In this particular document, the way it's been formatted, this one here, and it's the version we've got there, I've actually copied this and minimized it, and then that's a separate, you'll see here, it doesn't go onto the first page, so it goes onto the second page, and that's because of the spacing. In order to try and break this up a little bit, the person who's created the document has added spacing, but the problem with that is it's now taken it over to 2 pages. So you're better off, and it's the same as inside of here, we're better off just formatting this so that it's on the 1 page. So try and lift the heading up here to get that up to 1 page. Copy the text from the Word document. Over here, try and minimize the size of the spaces if possible. Copy the text from the document and change the heading, which is that heading there. Okay. And as we go through to here, so what we're doing is that's the agency name. Now you need to manually put this in, insert agency name, and then over here inserting the service provider. That might be Detector Inspector, Smoke Alarm Solutions, Smart House, whoever that agency is, put them into there. And exactly the same thing, because this is a contract or an authority. It's a legal document, so what I'm proposing there is we use the company name, not the trading or the brand name. So if it is Smart House Proprietary Limited, then put that in there as well. If not, Detector Inspector is probably okay. At least we're giving them the at least we're getting the authorization from the owner with their details in there. Okay, if it'll fit, put the company details in there. Check the price, check the dates inside of there. Most of the companies are charging $99, and I'd be putting the dates in there as the 1st to the 3rd, updating the document. Okay, and we've got the gas and safety, next one. It's exactly the same thing, change the heading. Actually that's the right heading. Okay, that's all good. Copy the text from the Word document, which is, here we go, that's why. That's the heading, change that heading. Gas safety and carbon monoxide safety compliance program, inside of there. We could probably just change that to gas and carbon monoxide safety compliance program, not gas safety. Don't need that to be in there twice. So gas and carbon monoxide safety compliance program. That's more than fine. Just going to save that. And just check that. I think that's what I've called it all the way through. So gas and carbon monoxide compliance safety program. So it's compliance safety program. Change that to there as well. So we're getting that. Get that same way, and we'll do the same thing with the gas. Electrical compliance safety program. Yep. And the pool will be exactly the same. That's the safety audit inspections. Okay, so we're checking the date on the gas. We're checking the date and the pricing. Make sure that is actually the correct fees that you're charging. Don't put, so I'll put in there zeros. So don't just go and put the 264 if that's not what you're charging. And again, what we're trying to do. Actually, that's the 264 is in here. Gas safety. Yep. Okay, 264 there. So don't put that in. So that would be, zeros, whatever you're charging. and that's really important, and whatever your company is, and whichever company name that's doing the service providing, if that's what you're going to be adding in. Now, for the gas and electrical, I haven't actually added the company because you might use multiple. You might use a local plumber. You might use a local electrician to do some of those, as opposed to some of the bigger companies, and you might have a multiple number of service providers. Okay, so I've got that there, and we're just going to try and get this onto the one page, quite simply. Again, it's very similar to try and get the correct spacing, confirm the pricing, insert the date, they're the things there, electrical safety, and you can see how we've got questions here and then questions up there. Again, we want to try and get not have that. Put them onto the one page, which is what I've tried to do here. And pull safety barrier, it's only if it's applicable. I've put the 180, depending on what you're being charged, you need to make sure that's correct. And I've got the questions onto the one page inside of there. Pull safety barrier, and then finish it off with the signing. So that's a fairly straightforward one. And again, once you get the document right in the owner's instruction form, then you can quite simply just create a duplicate of this without the first set of information. Hope this helps.